Alright guys, so we are back with another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. Today we're going to be pretty much fixing the DCU on this car because it is gone to the shits and it just turns on and loops over and over and over again. I have a video on my phone I'll play to kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about because I already unplugged my battery. I don't feel like replugging it back in now. So what we're going to need is pretty much a ratchet or a wrench with some sockets, plastic pry tool, a Phillips right here, and yeah, I'm trying to see which would be best to pry this off. I'm thinking definitely not that one. How do you feel about this one? Maybe this one. Kind of just get your tool in there and just pry away from it. It should start coming off. Just pry and pull. There we go. Kind of dirty looking. Put that down there. Guess we can clean that off too while we're in here. Don't ever really clean up inside of here. But we'll do this side, just get up in there. I guess we could open this, give us a little more space. You kind of just want to just pull away and pull towards you. So like away and out like that. It should come out. What am I missing here? There we go. So now that we got those two side pieces out, we'll stay coordinated on the sides like that. And what do we need to do next? We're going to be taking out these two. Well, I guess one screw, so I'll have a second one. This one right here. And also you're going to need to have your key to put your car in neutral to get this off. So we'll get to that in just a second. We'll cut to that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is make sure that your parking brake is on. Then we're going to go ahead and put the car into neutral so that we can get this shift knob off. Okay, I'll take this out really quick. Now we're pretty much going to, where did my little flathead go? I'm gonna pull this down. Ooh, need some force on there. Okay, so just pull that sucker down, and you're gonna see a little, I don't know if you can see it from my angle, but this little clip right here, I'm just gonna take out, don't lose it. Take that out, put that in our door so it doesn't get misplaced, and then that just pops off like that. Put that aside. Okay, so now we're gonna want to take this out. Just gonna wiggle it. It should pop out. And then this comes out like this. So just get this loose and pull. There you go. We're going to need the keys to put this back in park. And then we're going to get this screw as well right here. And put that with our other screw. Don't lose your screws, guys. And then next, we are going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can pop up this piece, this trim right here. And just try to get everywhere nice. Oh, you want to get that momentarily. Don't be letting the bumpers down into this. so in the meantime, we have the same size. Put it over here. We're gonna see if you can feel this really dropped. There we go. Okay, now in this one, there's a little plug for your drive mode, so just be aware of that. Just pull it up, come off pretty easily. Should come off pretty easily. What am I stuck on here? What's going on here? Oh, what the hell am I stuck on here? Okay, so going to be careful with this so we don't break it. I'm just going to pull that out. I got like no slack. Just want to make sure it's just a pull. Don't gotta do anything special. Okay, so there's a clip right here. Just pull that clip. Bang, bang. And now you're free. This one has like a little hook on it. That's why I was struggling right there, because it hooks into it like that. So just finesse it out. Now we're going to take off this piece and then put this back into park. So let's get right into that. It'll just pop out. Just play with it. Just be gentle while you do it. I'm just gonna shimmy this over the boot. And then make sure you unplug this as well. Same thing, just a little clip. This weird ass angle though. There we go. What else do we have? Oh, we got stuff in here. What is going on here? So this clips in down here. Same thing, just push down the thing and then pull it out. And now we are going to put this thing back into park. I guess we could use our shift knob. All right, now we're gonna take off these things. This should just pull right off. Okay. That one came off pretty easily. Okay. All right, so now we need to get behind this and that. And then we're almost at the brain where we need to be at. This is my first time doing this, and I gotta say, it's not the most fun. We'll put this back with our clip in here, just to kind of try and stay organized. Oh, this way. Okay, that's fine. Now this should just pop right off, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. Okay. I don't know if that was supposed to come undone without it, but whatever, we will ball. Go ahead and just break that. Okay, now we're going to get behind here and unplug all these jigamaboos. Did not give me a lot of space to work with here. How do you come out, mister? Got a clip somewhere. somewhere. There we go. So now this is free. JFK. Oh, look at that. JFK. Warranty void if removed. Cool. So we're going to set this aside back here. And let's get to this. So it looks like we have one mounting bracket right here, another one right there. And we'll take these two out. And that should release this top mounted screen. No, I don't know what. Oh. Okay, I don't know if I broke that or not, but we'll find out when I put it back together. So we just go from bottom up, lift it out, and now we need to get behind here and get the rest of this stuff unplugged. Don't really get a lot of room either. Let's see if I can get there. Oh, there's a lot of that there. Right. Try left hand. Okay, we are struggling with this. Okay. Everything is color coordinated, thankfully. Oh my. Jesus Christ, are these things being a biatch to get undone? Okay. We just got one more of this last plug. It's gotta be from right here, right? All right, now we got this out. Open it up and get to that SD card reader. Now what we are doing here is opening it up so that we can get to the SD card inside, because that is going to be the root of our problem. And if this SD card reflash does not fix the problem, then the actual unit itself has gone bad. I'm just going to take account of how this bracket goes on here. I wonder if I take this off, if I could sneak in there without having to take the whole back plate off. Let's find out. And I was not lucky enough to be on the side. Okay. Oh, if you guys did watch my last video about my car, you would see that we did get the test pipes installed and we are officially tuned. We did get tuned by Alex Giutini, Rolari, or Rolari, I don't know how you pronounce it. I did want to make a video on that tune day, but it kind of all got messed up, so it didn't end up happening. But this is going to be our SD card right here. I'm just gonna click that. Trying to pull it out. Oh, some finesse. Bingo bongo. All right, so this is our old SD card. That is apparently bad, causing the problem. If you wanted to go the cheaper route, you could try to reflash this and put it back in there and see if that solves your problem. But I went ahead, bought a new SD card entirely, and we're going to flash that right now. So let's get right into that. So it goes in bars down. So when you're putting it back in, it goes in gold bars down. So let's get our other one, and I'm gonna show you guys how to flash it. I'll leave the program and the forum where I found all the stuff down below in the description. So I'm gonna get my laptop and get all that stuff ready. I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, so we got the laptop, guys. We are going to now hop over to the website where we're gonna download the flash for the SD card. Make sure we got everything in here before I hop back in the car. Woo. It is weird seeing my car like this. All right, so let's hop over here. Go over to the YouTube where I found the forums. Shout out, let's see. Shout out X Legit for the video that's helping me out. History. All right, so this Infiniti Q50 forum right here. Let's find where our thing is. Click down, see more. Let's make sure the angle is right so you can actually see this as well. Hop over to DJI. Okay, so I mean you can see it, but it's sort of like, let's see if I can get this up a little bit better for you guys. Oops. All right, so we're gonna go to this one since we had 2014 Q50. We're gonna go to the image database, 2014, 2015. We're just gonna click on that, and that should get our install. Computer needs to update. Issues with your download. Download anyway. We're going to download this. And bada bing. We're gonna ask, I forgot what the software was called that we actually used to flash it. I think the guy said it in his video. No, it wasn't that. It was this one. Balena Etcher. Balena Etcher. So I'm just gonna go to that website right here. Download Etcher. Etcher for Windows, since we're on a Windows laptop. Save. We're gonna let this stuff install, and then I will catch you guys in a second. We're still downloading our flash for the SD card, but open up our adapter because my computer does not have an SD card reader. This old car. I'll leave this link down in the Amazon thing below as well. I went ahead, got this adapter Type-C, and I got this 32 gigabyte SD card. It's not required. It said the one they use from manufacturer is 8 gigabyte. But they said if you're replacing it, they recommend either a 16 or a 32 just so it runs smoother and faster. So I just went ahead and got a 32. And if I ever end up getting rid of this DCU or upgrading to a Tesla screen, I know the Tesla screen still uses this main module right here to actually power it. So yeah, we'll put that aside. What does this say? Free download, 2-year subscription, Rescue Pro. Oh, why not? Free warranty? Love me a good free warranty. So we're gonna go ahead. Looks like both our things are installed. We're gonna go ahead, plug this into here. I think that's plugged in. Put that into there. Let's see if, yep, it's reading our stuff. Close that. Where am I going now? I need to open up my flasher thing. Put this in here for now. Okay, flash from file. We are going to go over to downloads. Click our 2014, select target. We're going to, well, it's the only thing available. So we're gonna go ahead and select that. Select, oh, let's see, what's the one hidden? No, we are not going to do that. How do I get rid of this? Cancel. Cancel. Select. Okay. Now we have our image, we have our SD card reader right there, and we're going to flash it. Hit yes. Let this flash. I generally do not know how long this is going to take, so we will find out in just a second. Oh, it says like less than a minute, sweet. So after that, this flash, we're pretty much going to stick it back in here, plug in everything, reconnect our battery, and test it out before we put it all back together to make sure everything is working as it should be. All right, so our flash is complete. We're going to close this out. Unplug this. Take this out. And now we are going to put this back into here. So let's get this out of my way. Put that up there for now. Move that aside. So just be aware we have a fan plugged in. All right, that's plugged in. Make sure this fan's still plugged in, then pull that out. Get this thing shut and put back together. Make sure everything aligns. And then just reassemble this bad boy. if you want to be lazy, just use the bottom one. But I'm going to make it like how I had it, so I will be screwing everything back in, because kind of something I like to do. I want to fix something or do something, I can do it first, so I don't have to have that doing at the same time. And if you buy the life, you already learned it, you got a lot more stuff. So, yep. So I'm going to plug back in, we're going to go ahead and reconnect the battery. It wasn't necessary to disconnect the battery, but I like to play safe, sorry, and I would like to avoid any possible short circuits. So that's why I had you guys plug the battery, because once I'm turning a small repair, and to be repair, to the battery, and really all it takes is like 5 minutes to, so no point in not doing that. I don't know what you put on these brackets, I don't know if there's cycle or not. I just want to see it lines up. That's on you. That's on you. Is that on you? Am I crazy? That's on you. Yeah, that's like impactor or something. Make this a lot easier. Just read this in. Put over. Put over. Oh, no. Yeah, let's take it up on the angle. That would be really unfortunate if I was doing this and didn't have any way. You don't see any of it and go point this. You know, what I didn't do is I didn't format my SD card before I flashed it. So I was formatted properly, because it wasn't. That's going to be a very important shadow. So I pray that that's not the case. Oh, where are you going, Mr. Screw? It's so weird seeing it like this. Imagine. That's how it always looked. That'd be crazy. But yeah. The reason why you would want to do this is pretty much if, like I said before, if you're having that boot issue and it was just looping on the Infiniti logo. I have an extended warranty on my car that I paid for, and it's paid for itself, all in all. But I've had so many repairs done through it that I pretty much used up majority of what my coverage allows, which is pretty much bumper to bumper, but it's based off the current value of my car. And my car is pretty old, so that value is not very high anymore. So they said they would cover it, but only X amount, and I would have had to end up paying almost like $1,500 out of pocket to fix this, because they wanted to replace the whole unit, whole DCU unit itself. How was this? This was on the right side. Bang, bang. But yeah, they wanted to charge me like $1,500 out of my pocket, and my insurance would have covered like $700 of it. So like it would have been over, like if I had to pay completely out of pocket, like over like $2,000 to fix this. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I ended up not doing that, because why am I going to pay almost all that money when I could just buy a, I think it was like a $25 or $27 SD card. Ooh, hope that didn't just fucking break that. That would blow. My screwdriver just smacked against the LCD screen. Yeah, $28 SD card. I think it was like a $7 or $8 adapter, so I could read my SD card to my laptop and flash it. And then from there, just doing this, and it's maybe taking about 40 minutes now, maybe close to an hour. But we have all this back in. Let's get a rag and just give ourselves a little cleaning. But we're just plugging everything back in. Make sure you hear clicks. And don't plug the wrong thing into the wrong color, else it probably won't work right. Oh, I did not hear a click on that one. Better click that time. Plug back in our battery and test it out. And if God is great, then This should have solved the problem. Moments of truth. Come on. Come on. Go all the way. No. Yes! Let's go. We are back in business chat. Right in there. Don't be shy. That's not but that's not clear. Maybe it's got a light up there now. Okay, so I managed to place it back through. There we go. There it is. Hiding the DCS focus object of the work. Yes. So we got the back on. Next we are going to get our trim back on. It looks like kind of like just slide that back in there. And shoot that right in. Nice. Just like so. Very good. Slide it back in there. And put it back in. Perfect. So now we're gonna put these two screws. We don't have screws in here. This is just like my screws that. What's that for? Where? Where? That's screw right here. That's screw right there. Alright, so now we got this back on. Put these two screws in. We have to put the car back into park. So just turn your ignition on. And I guess use, no, sorry, not back in park, back into neutral. And we're just going to slide this back over. I am going to dust this off really quick, so I'll catch you guys back in a second. Okay, so get it back into neutral. Plug those two things in. Pretty sure those are the only two things that need to get plugged in. Just make sure before you close it. This one, oh, this one gets plugged in right there. That would have been bad to miss. Alright, so now everything should be plugged in. And we're going to just sit this back in our tabs. Make sure all your tabs clicked in. And now we're going to put in these two screws. Where'd my rag go? We're going to put this back on here. Get our clip again. Put our clip back around your shift knob. There you go. I'm just going to, from the bottom up, just pull that up. Now you're good to go back into park. Shut that off. Alright, now we're going to plug this puppy in. Got like no space here though. Let's go in this. There we go. Very good. now we need our screws in here. Alright, put this on now. This should just clip in here. There we go. It's in there. We're gonna put this on, and that's gonna pretty much wrap up this video, guys. We got all of our trim pieces back in. Ah. All right, now everything is put back together. All right, so now everything's back together. Give it a start. This thing is loud now with the tune, and you probably can barely even hear me. But we got 3 maps. We got a verbal performance. We got performance in a flame map, and then we got full-on performance map. So, just give you guys a little sound test really quick. We're running low on gas. Nice little burble. I do a flame map, but you're just gonna hear loud pops, no point. And then just full performance, you hear. You know what I'm saying. But that is gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, I learned something new. We fixed our DCU without having to spend $2 grand. It was like probably a $30 job in about an hour of our time. So it's gonna wrap it up, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe. Peace.